Good evening everyone, how you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic evening, and now today I want to talk about a topic which is genuinely quite personal to me. I've been meaning to speak about it for quite a while, and that topic is YouTubers changing. Because in the last few months I've seen this trend going around saying that Emma Chamberlain, the YouTube extraordinaire, has changed ever since she moved to LA. And at this point with LA, I've pretty much come to the conclusion that it's pretty much the Mordor for YouTubers. YouTubers go there like nice, happy, cheerful people, and then they end up transforming into an orc, and instead of searching for the One Ring, they're searching for cocaine. Now, if you're watching this video right now and like me, you don't exactly watch many vlogs, you may not know who Emma actually is. So for the lowdown, she's pretty much a vlogger, entertainer, big personality on the internet who has been blowing up in the last few years and has become extremely popular. And honestly, I've never really had a problem with Emma Chamberlain whatsoever, other than a few merchandise scandals, which we'll get into later in the video. And really, I thought it was only good for the platform that this person was blowing up and she was collaborating with a lot of other creators, until a video popped up in my recommended feed titled Emma Chamberlain Before and After LA. And when I first saw this video in my feed, I thought to myself, well, this video may have something to expose Emma for, it may be some form of tea, but honestly, it just tries to paint Emma out to be this terrible person for the most ridiculous reasons. So what we're gonna do in good old civilized fashion is sit back and take a look at this video, analyze the points, and basically me explain why I think this video isn't very good. Now, before we go into this video, I just want to give my views on if Emma has actually changed, and yes, I think Emma has changed, and allow me to express my thoughts throughout this video, but honestly 90% of this is just going to be me defending her, because personally I believe it's a good thing for the most part when people grow and change. I don't think there should be a problem when anyone changes unless they're doing malicious things. The only time I've ever had an issue with Emma Chamberlain is when she released her Pixel Mario merch, and yeah, that's the thing. I think in recent times a lot of people have been going over the top about Emma Chamberlain. Yes, she's got a bit more loud in her videos, but I don't necessarily think she's this evil dark lord of YouTube. I just think she's another teenager who is open to making mistakes. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at this video.
Okay. So, I've been seeing this shirt on Pinterest. I'll insert some pictures. So, you've probably seen this Gucci shirt, and I'm not somebody who really wears a lot of high-end clothing, you know? I'm the kind of girl that'll like go to Forever 21, get something that like looks expensive, and just like hope that I'm like tricking everybody, but anyway, that's the kind of girl I am. So, this shirt, for a white t-shirt that says Gucci on it, $450. Oh, okay, yeah. There's no way I could do this. I can't just buy a $450 shirt. I'm not a celebrity and I'm not loaded, so.
I think it's not rich enough.
First we're going to Gucci.
We have to go to Gucci first.
We
No.
get you a Gucci belt, a good and fresh Gucci belt.
They're literally making me go to Gucci and spend like $400 on a
It's okay,
Gucci
you're
belt
rich now.
for this
AdSense is
stupid
good.
No,
AdSense
yeah,
is
but
good.
So the vibe I can take from this video is that Emma Chamberlain has somehow changed for the worse because she now has a consistent flow of revenue. You see, this is one of the most confusing things for me personally as a YouTuber. There is this common stigma with a lot of people outside the realms of YouTube that YouTubers just sit in front of a camera and ramble on and they get paid millions and millions of dollars for that, when actually that isn't the case. Only a select few YouTubers get paid a lot of money. The fact is, there is a big mental strain about being a YouTuber, and I'm not saying it's the hardest job in the world, because it's not. It's a fantastic job. I enjoy it so much, and I'm truly a lucky person to have it as a job, but it's definitely not this thing where everyone's earning millions of dollars, and I don't think we should really get upset when some YouTubers do earn the good money. Because in my personal opinion, it is very nice to see some creators that I watch earn good money. When I saw Shane Dawson get a sponsorship on his last videos, I was happy to see that, because I personally believe that these people do deserve some of the earnings that they get, because they've worked so hard over the years. And whether you hate some YouTubers or whether you love some YouTubers, there has definitely been a lot of work put into the most popular YouTube channels on the site. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever manage to get my head around the stigma of people like Emma Chamberlain earning large amounts of money, purely because of the fact she doesn't really do anything malicious other than her Pixel Mario merch. Other than that, she's just worked hard. Personally, in my opinion, the people we should be chasing in terms of their earnings are politicians and people in banking and lawyers, because these people are the crooks of the world, not LA vloggers. I've always thought it's a good thing when somebody changes their life around because of money. For example, if a billionaire gave £1 million to a homeless person and this homeless person went out, he bought a house, he bought a car, he bought health insurance, would you then turn to that homeless person and say, you are terrible for spending money, you are terrible for spending money in a capitalist society? Of course you wouldn't, because the person has no doubt changed their lives, but they've changed their lives for the better. Now, don't get me wrong, people, I'm not saying that Emma Chamberlain was homeless before she did YouTube. All I'm saying is, before YouTube, she had a pretty standard life. She was just a standard American citizen, and now she's worked extremely hard to get to the position she's in, and I really can't take any issue of that whatsoever. People say that her personality has changed because she's buying products that she's ripped into before, but in this same video, she calls the Gucci belt stupid.
They're literally making me go to Gucci and spend like $400 fucking on
It's
a
okay,
Gucci
you're
belt
rich now.
for this
AdSense is
stupid.
bad.
No,
AdSense
yeah,
is
but
bad.
no, but I need to pay my fucking rent.
Paying rent is the last thing that you worry about when you live in LA. So it's the first is designer, second is we don't do drugs, but the second is drugs.
Yep.
Third is partying.
Fourth
and
is food for
I
Instagram.
really don't think that this clip is evidence that Emma Chamberlain has changed her personality. As you can see, she called the belt stupid, she said she needed to pay her rent, and she also went on to mock LA vloggers because, surprise surprise, this clip came from a video titled "Turning Me into an LA Girl." They were literally mocking generic LA YouTubers, because it might surprise some people, but this video was actually a joke. And I think this is something a lot of people on YouTube, especially YouTubers, need to learn. The difference between a joke and the Dark Lord of YouTube itself. It's something which in my eyes is quite a significant difference. And now after this part of the video, it moves on to something which I actually can understand, because it's something that I in the past have also taken issue with.
You know, it's a luxury brand, but it can't be more than like $50, right? I mean, like, you can't just charge that much for a t-shirt.
Now, I personally, as I said, have taken full issue with this merchandise scandal in the past, and I still do take issue with it. I still think it was a completely terrible idea from Emma Chamberlain. Now, with this merchandise Emma Chamberlain actually released, the pricing of the merch was no doubt questionable, but I actually had a bigger issue than the price. Now, if you don't actually know what I'm talking about here, basically a while back, Emma Chamberlain released a merchandise line in which you actually couldn't really see what you were buying because all of the merchandise was actually pixelated. Now, with YouTuber merch, everyone throughout the entire history of YouTube has been arguing about the pricing of certain merchandise. Is a $56 sweater too expensive? Is a £50 advent calendar a scam? And to be honest, this is an argument which I can personally get behind, because not only is merchandise for YouTubers usually extremely overpriced, but it's also so goddamn awful. Some YouTuber merch out there is just hilariously bad. And with Emma Chamberlain's merch, I don't really think there's much of an exception here. I think the merchandise is pretty bad. It's not the worst thing. Apparently the material of the merch is actually decent, but I don't think the merchandise is worth $56 whatsoever. Now, this is definitely one of the main reasons a lot of people out there believe Emma has changed, and I can agree with that, but I also kind of disagree with it at the same time. And don't get me wrong, people, I am not excusing Emma for this merchandise scandal, but what I want you to emphasize on is the word mistake. A lot of people out there make mistakes, and I think Emma Chamberlain has fully admitted to making a mistake here, seeing as she has actually lowered the price on most of the merch in her store. Most prices in her store now has been cut from around 40 to 30%, and I can genuinely respect that. I think for a fur jacket, $44 is a pretty decent price. And I know for a fact a lot of people will say, well, she only changed her prices because she was pressured into doing it. And honestly, I don't disagree with the people that are saying this, because I don't think Emma Chamberlain would have lowered the prices of her merchandise if she wasn't being pressured into doing it. But I can say at least she actually did it, and at least she gave into the pressure, because she did make a mistake here. But there are a lot of YouTubers out there which make mistakes and they don't even own up to them. And if people are now going to go down to the comment section and say I'm being too easy on Emma, I made an entire video criticizing her for this merchandise, because this merchandise is ridiculously priced and it is even more ridiculous considering it's pixelated. I'm just trying to say I don't necessarily believe that this merchandise thing makes her a bad person or means she's changed. I just think she is a young businesswoman that made a mistake. She just made a mistake and hopefully she learns from that in the future. Now moving on from the merchandise scandal, we go on to the second part of this video, and the next part of the criticism, honestly, is a little bit weird for me.
First I got these socks and...
Emma, be honest.
What?
Tell them what you really got.
I got a Gucci fanny pack.
We kind of bullied her into it.
Do you know what? If you guys think I changed, you're wrong because look at the one thing I have in it.
Now, Grayson, you nuts. This is show yours. We're doing one at a time.
I got my Gucci slides. And
I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I mean, am I losing my mind, people? If I gained 1 million subscribers and went out and bought a Gucci belt, would people hate me for that? Because I just don't get it. I'm not going to buy a Gucci belt because I personally think it's overpriced trash, but I still don't understand why this makes her a bad person. I don't know if this is just some small community getting upset that YouTubers buy expensive things, but do people not understand what capitalism is? Or is YouTube just gradually becoming the Soviet Union? And then after this, they go on to show the final clips, which is basically her saying that she spent a lot of money when she was thrift shopping.
And after that, I'm gonna go thrifting for a little bit because I need to do some hardcore thrifting. I haven't thrifted in a very long time. Oh my god, my lips are really chapped. When I go thrifting, I don't feel bad about buying new things because thrifting is so cheap, so it's not even an issue.
The other day, I was walking around Melrose in LA. There's a lot of cool vintage stores and they're all overpriced, but whatever. I had narrowed it down to 20, but I was like, this is going to be at least $2,000 if I buy all these jeans, meaning that I have to narrow it down a little bit more. Well, and I spent dollars on jeans, but the thing is that I've never been happier to do something in my life.
Oh no, Emma Chamberlain spent money in a capitalist society after working hours of hard work. I mean, call the police, people. This is our #1 issue today. What is the problem? I know she made Mario merch pretty much, but come on, people. That was one time. It was a mistake. I fully acknowledge that. But people, really? Are we really unsubscribing from Emma Chamberlain because of this? People may argue that nobody actually cares and no one's unsubbing from Emma because of this, but look at the comment section, people. Look at the views. It has 2 million views, and in the comments, people are saying, how is Emma popular? To me, she seems like any other white girl with money who does YouTube. I mean, what white people don't have money on YouTube? I don't get this. What people of any race on YouTube don't have money? It just makes no sense to me. If I'm being fully honest here, it really just seems like a lot of people are upset that Emma Chamberlain is just doing well for herself. And another weird thing I've seen people criticize Emma for is a speech she gave when she won an award.
And the winner is Emma Chamberlain! I'm scared, but I just want to say thank you guys for being so welcoming because I'm new, you know? It's been great. Thanks, I guess. I love you, Mom and Dad.
The moment Emma got to the stage in this clip, she said she was scared. I don't think she's necessarily ungrateful for getting the award. In fact, I think she's incredibly grateful for the opportunities that have been given to her. I just think that she was cracking under pressure. A lot of people aren't good in front of audiences. Personally, I'm not good at giving speeches, surprisingly. I don't like standing in front of crowds. With YouTube, it's different. I'm just speaking to my camera and then editing it and then uploading it. But being in front of a crowd of around 100 to 1,000 people, that shit is different. You can just say anything under pressure, especially when you're nervous, anxious, or scared. To conclude this video, I think a lot of people have gone over the top about Emma Chamberlain purely because she is the new girl on the block. She is the new big vlogger. Jake Paul was the guy last year we took the piss out of, so now everyone wants to take the piss out of a new vlogger, and with a lot of people, they've decided to take aim at Emma Chamberlain, and I don't necessarily think that's fair. I think if we don't allow creators to change and grow as people, that is extremely dehumanizing, because at the end of the day, YouTubers are just people. I'm no different to the people watching this video now. Sure, I may have some personality traits that are different and I may look different, but at the end of the day, people, we are all human. In the last few years, I have changed so much as a person, and I genuinely believe that it's because of YouTube and the guidance it's given me by having an audience and by making videos and by presenting myself publicly nearly every single day. So obviously I'm going to change. I used to be a completely different person, somebody who I don't like now. I used to make horrible jokes in the past. That was all I used to do. But now I personally think I'm changing for the better. I don't necessarily think I'm gonna end up in LA. I'm most likely gonna end up in Norwich. As I said before, if you want to unsubscribe if I start to change, then go ahead. If you want to unsubscribe from any YouTuber, go ahead. It's your choice who you want to subscribe to, but I don't think it's fair to take issue with anyone if they're changing their personality and they're not doing anything malicious about it. And I really hope you understand the points I'm articulating in this video, and that is the end of the video. And I would love to know your guys' thoughts on this whole topic, because it is something sensitive with YouTuber money, with merchandise and forgiving people and people growing and changing. Nobody really likes to see their favorite people change, but we should accept that. I really do believe that. And I would love to know your guys' thoughts at Twitter. If you want to let me know your thoughts at Instagram as well. And if you do want a shout out at the end of my next video, go and like my last photo on Instagram and even comment on it, and I will shout out your name at the end of my next video. I'm just trying to build up my Instagram following and my Twitter following, and now I am going to thank my glorious Patreons. Big thanks to Angelique, Arista, Isia, Anna, Alex Bones, Brianna, Bugger Badger, Clarissa, Cubeson, Dinky Dino, Dana, Elle, Ella, Emily, Evelyn, Hanra, Emery, Enochi, Jay, Jessica, Joe, Jillian, Jordan, Joanna, Lisa, Majestic, Michaela, Mary, Maya, Mel, Meredith, Michael, Michelle, Neve, Nicole, Olivia, Aurelie, Quinn, Ramita, Rockstar, Rooster Bros, Riley, Sadie, Sandra, Scrubby, Citizen, Speedybird, Tails Hunter, Chonchi, Christian, Zirfars, In My Shoes, and Jade. Thank you so much for donating to the Patreon. It genuinely means the world. And thank you for watching this video. Let's try and shoot for 5,000 likes. The video I did before didn't do too well, so 5,000 likes would be fantastic. That is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, people.